you're still awake with us. Right? So we're going to legal and lawful. This one is important, so please pay attention because I'm going to go through it very, very quickly about the two systems that you guys need to learn of how to maneuver between the two. All right? So yeah, so Del, I'm ready.
Yeah, I'm filming already. Start.
Right, so we're going to tell you the secret of how the game is being played, right? Now, how many of you guys know what the law is? Do you know what the law is?
I know a law about knives.
What's that?
The legal way that you can have is 3 inches.
Right. The what? The legal.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, no,
we're talking about law. Do you know what the law is? I'll get to your point. I'll get to you in a minute.
That is in the law, and the law says you.
No, that's legal.
Do you know what the law is?
Yeah.
Rules of the government.
The rules of the government.
That's legal.
Legal.
Yeah. Well done. So
well done, though, because she said the right word as well.
Yeah.
The rules.
So the government
The
made
rules.
that the government made, which is correct. Yeah.
Rules. Yeah. So we'll put rules here.
Mm.
Right. Does anyone know what the law is? Away from rules.
You do.
I do, but
I
don't.
You're not allowed to drive until you 17, is it? Well, you're not allowed.
No, that's still legalese. That's legalese. Think about us being in this room and think about what you wouldn't do to somebody. Ah, there we go. Here we go. Now you're thinking.
Right.
Get on that level.
Okay, law and order.
No, the law is this.
Well
Do-
done. She
do
said
no
it.
harm.
Say it again.
Harm someone else.
Exactly. Okay. So if you harm someone, you've breached the law. That's it. So you can harm someone by either emotional abuse, that's harm, or harassment, or victimization, that's breaching the law. You can harm someone physically. You see.
Human trafficking.
Yeah, that's physical harm. You see. So all that fraud is harm as well. So if I come and take money out of your bank account and you can't buy food the next day, I've caused you harm. You see. So that is the law. Do no harm. Or don't threaten people that you're going to do harm to them. That is it. Everything else is rules. Understand? And rules require something very, very critical. It's called consent. You see. I cannot create my own rules where I live and come to you guys where you are here now and say you guys have to live by my rules here where I am. You see. Unless you guys consent to them, those rules don't apply.
So hold on one sec. But when you're talking about laws, right? For my brother, like I was saying before, when he got arrested.
Yep.
They knocked him down off his car with the car. That's law.
Ooh, that's a breach of the law.
Yeah.
Because they harmed him.
But those supposed to be law enforcers, and they hit him with the car.
Right. Those are not law enforcers.
They're enforcing contract.
Right? Now, okay.
That's
now,
a good point you've made.
Now we know what the law is. Do no harm. So law. I'm going to write it down so at least we know it for sure. This is law. Do no harm.
Right,
Okay.
but and if, like I was saying, if they're law enforcers and they hit him with a car,
They're not enforcing law, they're enforcing contract. So they've broken the law.
exactly. So that means that's why we're here fighting.
That's correct.
Now,
Okay.
if you've caused no injury to anyone, and you've caused no loss to anyone, and you've damaged no one in any way, you have breached no law.
Yeah, that's what.
Period.
Hmm.
Now, here, that's it. Period. On this side, you have something called rules, codices,
Statute.
regulations, and statutes. Okay? That's the difference. And on top of that, now, lawful, this one requires a consent. So whatever the, what's the characters called? There's a bunch of people who have a house somewhere by the river, right? I think they wear gray suits. And they go in there once in a while, I've seen it on television, and they shout, they've seen them. Politicians, what are they?
Yeah.
Those characters operate here, right? They create rules for corporations, it's a private corporation, right? And that is how the modern slavery is created. So it's a private company. Do you know the name or not?
What's the name?
Right? The name is called the Crown Corporation. Okay, first, should I start from the beginning? Okay, I'll tell you the name, then I'll go back before I lose that. It's Crown Corporation of the City of London. That's the corporation's name, right? So I'm going to put it here so you see where everything stands. So, rules, regulations. So I'm going to put it out clearly. Number one, legal and lawful, statutes and regulations. Right, here, I'd say the under common law. So here's common law. I'm talking about law, not legal. Common law. Here is called something called statutory
Instruments.
We call them rules, right? Common law has been there forever. It's been there since. It's like thou shalt not kill. That's common law. You don't have to be told. You just know.
Yeah.
On this side, you have statutory rules, which is what these guys create. Those
Politicians.
parlay people. Oh.
Parlay.
Mente. Right? Who knows what parlay is? French.
Oh, it means
Parlay.
parlay.
Every day we parlay.
It means
Parlay.
like surrender, innit? No, parlay.
Parlay. It's to talk. The parlay is to talk in French.
Oh.
Right? And then mente is your mentality. You see? So that's all they're doing. Government as well. You guys know what government is? If you government, govern, and mental.
Until.
These two. To govern your mentality. Because
Govern.
people are yet confuse you and try and control your brain. You see? Once your brain has been controlled, it's controlled into slavery. So you wake up every morning and you're going to work for somebody else like a robot. So you don't live the natural life. And the worst thing is this. I know the feeling I used to be there. Your natural state as man, when you go to sleep, you drift off. Nothing in nature is abrupt. Like the colors in the rainbow, they fade into each other. It just doesn't stop and begin again. When you go to sleep, you drift off, and you don't know when you fall asleep. However, when they wake you up with an alarm. It's like a heart attack. You see, you go whoop, and then you're in the shower, and you go to work, and you wake up about 10 o'clock. That's when you wake up. But half the time you're a zombie when you're driving to work in the morning, because it's not natural to be woken up by alarm. There's nothing like an alarm in nature. You wake up when your body's ready to wake up. You see, but people have been kettled into this lifestyle. It's unnatural.
9 to 5.
So you need to get out of it. Yep. Okay. So common law, statutory rules, right? Here we have the Queen. So you're going to call it Her Majesty, right? Her Majesty, the Queen. The second. That's the old lady in the television. The one. I don't know. Is she real or is she fake? I think they wheel her out once a year and bring out the camera. It's just some random woman, and she says the thing disappears.
Yeah, Christmas message.
Because I don't think anyone has ever seen her. Has anybody seen her here? Because I've never seen her.
Queen.
Is she real?
I don't know.
Okay. Anyway, I'd encourage you not to pay attention to any characters in TV, because all those people are actors. I don't think she's real, but anyway, it's irrelevant. So she's supposed to be the protector, defender of the common law. This is Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II of the House of Windsor. That's a full title. Or Habsburg, or whatever they are.
Saxonburg, Corfer, and
okay. And on this side, you have Her Majesty as well. Here you have Her Majesty, the Queen, in right of England. Okay? That's the Crown Corporation of the City of London. That is it. It's a private company who are running this legal business. And this is where they trap you. So you need to understand that you need to be lawful and act according to the law. These statutes that they're imposing on you require your consent. So they cannot arrest you under any PACE number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because you do not work for the government. Those are the rules of the government. So whichever corporations create the rules, it applies on the employees only. You see, so if Coca-Cola Corporation created some rules, they can bring it on you and say you have to follow their rules. Same as this Crown Corporation. Same corporation's a corporation.
So because they don't work, they can't hit with the car?
You cannot hit anyone with a car to effect an arrest. That's the most ridiculous thing I've heard. You see, that's an assault. That's a serious assault and battery. You see? So whereas they're going to try and sue you for whatever it is that they're suing you for, you need to sue them for assault and battery. That's beyond belief. They cannot hit you with a car to arrest you. You see,
It's abuse of power.
so it's beyond belief. I mean,
Mm.
That's what I always say. I'm gonna beat the police up.
You cannot beat the police up because the people you're dealing with, they belong to a fraternity. This is a
I
crew.
will beat them up.
They belong to a gang. You cannot beat them on the physical, on the
I will
scale.
beat them up.
You gotta beat them up mentally because they have no intelligence. That's the only way you can beat them. But physically, they're very strong because they live in the law shackles. They're up for fighting. Exactly. Don't let them down there. I'm saying to you, leave them alone. You need to beat them in the brain because they have no brain. Down here, they're weapons. They've been doing this for years. They belong to a fraternity. It's a crew, and they protect each other. So the only way you can beat these fools is by using your brain. And the pen is mightier than the sword anyway. Because they have rules and regulations that they have to follow. So what you have to find is the rule that is broken and tell it to the superior that your idiots broke this rule. They're not supposed to hit people with cars when they're arrested. They're supposed to chase them down the street and maybe grab them. Something like that, according to this rule here. So they breached it. So for that reason I want so much money. Because the only thing is money. The only thing you're going to get out of them is compensation, is money. There's nothing they're going to give you. You see. Right? So that's the difference between rules and regulations and the law. You follow the law. Make sure you cause no harm to anyone. Make sure you cause no fraud to anyone. But don't allow anyone else to tell you numbers that you're supposed to live by rule number 1, 2, 5, 6.
If I went out and I robbed someone and
Yep.
took their stuff and
Yep.
I didn't put no harm to them, I
Of
can't
course.
get in trouble.
Of course, you cause them loss. If you rob them, they're going to lose whatever you took off them. It doesn't matter if it's a phone or watch or a pen. They still incur loss. That's the point. As long as you do damage or injure anyone, cause them loss, damage, that's you breach the law. That's it. So these guys are breaching the law all the time because they cause him injury. When you hit somebody with a car, that's injury. You see. So that's what you point to the superior. You say,
Then they took his stuff.
And I had no
That's
stolen
what?
items
That's
on
theft.
me either.
Yeah,
that's
that's
loss.
theft.
Exactly.
They've caused you loss.
And then you got bruises
Yeah.
and stuff.
You see,
So that
injury.
Have you got
Injury.
pictures of that?
My mum's got a picture.
Good.
I have one. Because I can take a beating me. So as soon as I got hit, I panicked and I got up and ran. I mean, the police officer tried chasing me. He never caught me. I got away for a hot sec. Next thing I know, I get chased into a dead end by lots of police cars. They just drive straight into my legs. My legs are literally locked off. I cannot move at all.
Shit. Yeah, these guys are crazy.
Before they even give me a chance to talk, they already handcuffed me and start searching my pockets. But I only got in trouble because I had my mum's carpet knife. And because apparently I matched up to the same person that committed 2 robberies at the same time.
That's the same thing. They say all the time, you look the description nonsense.
Yeah.
So they're going to stop you talking about
But
description.
they can't say that because there's no proof of me doing anything.
No,
Right.
I'm fresh.
The thing about these characters is this. Okay, here you have someone called, or used to have under common law, peace
Yeah.
officers, right? Peace officer.
Good point you made.
And these are the real, I'd say, keepers of the law. And they never wore a uniform or anything. On this side, these guys were changed to become constables, you see. So we used to have police constables, and those were under the common law of the land.
I know some of those in
Right.
Bermuda.
Up here, now what we have is
What is that?
an imbecile called an officer.
No, that's different.
These are the ones you're dealing with. What you have to see is their flags to say who's who. All right? On this side, you're going to have a constable who wears the Union Jack. So it's the Scottish flag and the St. George's. So it's blue, red, and white. These ones here, they wear the black flag. So be careful when you're dealing with this fucker. These are what we call
Those are the ones that I'll
bigger
beat up.
boys.
Yeah, they're the dangerous
These
ones.
Those are the ones I'll
ones,
beat up.
right? These are the ones who are causing all the trouble. Because they are forcing people into this new order they've created. And they're Nazis. They have no oath or warrant. These ones operate, constables, they have to have an oath, number one, that they're going to be fair with everyone they deal with, they're going to act with integrity, they won't steal or rob people. They take an oath before God, or whoever they take an oath to. Plus that, they have, every time they want to arrest someone, they have to go to the magistrate's court and get a warrant. They cannot just operate under their own.
I'm gonna tell them they need a
See.
warrant.
All right. So every time you get stopped by these idiots, you ask them, "Excuse me, before you say anything else, are you acting under your oath?" Number one. If he says yes, then you can talk to him. If he says no, they don't even have an oath.
So if they're arresting me,
Yeah.
I have to ask them.
Of course.
Are they acting on the oath?
Yeah. Because
Word
they're
for
taking
word
an
like
oath to treat everyone else everyone fairly, but they're targeting some people and not treating everyone fairly. So before you speak to him, make sure he's under oath. Because if he doesn't have an oath, he's like me. I can't arrest you. He's like anyone else. But they do take an oath so that they become constables. That's all. And on top of that, they have to get a warrant from the
So
court.
I'm going to ask them, are they acting on the oath, and I'm going to ask them for a warrant.
Yeah, I'll give you the whole script. We have a script for this fucker. We've been messing with them for a few years. These ones here anyway.
Yeah.
We respect constables. We have no respect for this. I was going to swear.
Crooks.
For these
Crooks.
Cocksuckers.
You said it. You said it. You see, that's the difference. What else? Right. Constitutional private man. Now, the words as well. We understand they've tricked the world, this evil guy we're talking about. The deception has been in language. Now, the English language was created for the purpose to have the two jurisdictions. So that if I say a dog, then what does it mean? It means a dog in this jurisdiction. However, in their fake world, it means a cat. So that's been tricked. So they're using language to deceive you. Up here, you're dealing with something called man. So always call yourself man.
Yeah.
Right? Because God created man. That's the only thing God created. God never created a government or a rule or regulation. Under this is all man-made laws. All man-made laws require your consent.
Yeah.
Period. God law doesn't require consent. Thou shalt not kill doesn't require consent.
You just know it. It's just something you know.
Just know it.
Okay? Thou shalt not park on a double yellow line is a different story.
It's nonsense.
You see, that's a, it's a different thing. Right? Or thou shalt not climb on a tree. I can't believe that you cannot climb on a tree because all the trees belong to the government. It's ridiculous. When we were growing up, we used to climb trees and go swim in the river.
I used to climb trees.
You see, nowadays you climb a tree and there's a guy with a stick from the council and all this bullshit. Yeah. So you guys are not living. We had a different life. We used to have a lot more freedom than you guys. But your life is being shrunk. You see, and you're not able to do less things. They want you off outside nature into your computer. So everyone's walking around like this. And you're not seeing what they're doing because you're always like this. We do this, that, and that. It's a three-dimensional world. You have to observe what everyone's doing. You see? Okay? So that's that. You're always man. They are going to try and call you a whole bunch of names.
A person.
Always refute that. The worst one is this. You want to dissociate yourself with this word entirely.
Not a
A
person.
person is not a man.
Persona.
You see?
Mm.
Those call you a person. Say, no, I'm not a person. A person is a corporation. Like them. Right? Government is a corporation. It's not a living man. It's an empty building. A person is an empty building. So you're not a person. You're the person. You are not a, what's the other one they use? A suspect. That's a good one.
I tell you the other one I like, they always use defendant, the cop obsessed with the defendant. Please,
defendant.
please, that's what they always use that one.
Defendant? Culprit?
Yep.
I call them culprits, because they're actually culprits. So these words that you're going to avoid. So when you send you documentation with these words, you cancel them out and say you don't understand. Do you know what understand means by now? Exactly.
Well, that's clever, clever.
Say that again.
Say that again. Tell them.
Please don't under their authority.
Exactly. So when this gentleman, I'm going to say what you said, when this gentleman come and try to interact with you, they're going to ask a few questions and say, oh, do you understand? And most people say yes, because they think it means comprehend.
I've already been through that.
In the fictional world, understand means something else. It may do stand under the jurisdiction or law.
So basically,
That's where the consent is. That's where the
That's why your
consent
consent
is.
is gained. No. And as soon as your consent is gained, you're in the legal industry now. You're in the industry.
And
now.
that's why this
And the
nonsense
industry
applies.
that generate what? Profit.
I did that already. I feel stupid.
It's all right. It's
I'm
really
bit-
good.
I'm bit-
You're here to learn. You're here to learn. It's fine.
We've all been to
understand
court.
when I say yes.
We've all been to court. We know.
I will beat these cops.
Now, we're going to give you the information that you need to deal with these fuckers, because we've been to court and we've spoken to judges and they've run away. So we're going to give you what you need. If they ever invite you to those venues, you just have your script ready, 3 or 4 words, and you see how they react. They go crazy. They get emotional, start tossing paper, and it's getting mad.
Court and all that already.
So you're always man. And when it comes to police, you want to deal with the police constable, who is under oath. That's it. You don't want to deal with the watchman. This is G4S watchman here. Okay? You don't deal with the watchman to give me your personal detail. What for? Cough. Politely, but yeah. Okay? These people are basemen. When you talk about the chakra tree, what we just said about the 3 chakras, right? So it's these are the lower chakras. This is base chakra here. And this is gold up here. The base chakra is where these people live. Because in nature, the people who have souls and people who don't have souls. Okay?
Soulless creatures.
The people, the soulless creatures walking around.
Mm-hmm.
And initially, when creation was done, there was man. Okay? From this, to simplify it, I can say a whole bunch of carbon copies were made through DNA splicing.
Yeah.
Right? And all these copies ended up with somebody called mankind. And this
Kind of
mankind, a kind of a man,
Yep, kind
is
of
the
a
one
man.
who's been doing this business. Because he wants to get rid of the man. And he wants to, because he has no soul, he cannot live forever like most of us. He wants to automate himself so he stays here forever. So he's trying to make himself a robot. So he can live here forever. We're trying to get out of here.
So we can live forever.
Yeah. Not in that
There's
body.
just people that kill us.
Not in that body, but you live forever as a soul. What happens is when you leave this body, you go to a different body. This body is like a car. It's not you. The you is the thing seen, the observer. That's you.
So by saying that you can feel that someone's in the presence when they're dead.
Yeah, yeah.
You
It's a
can
spirit.
really feel that.
Yeah, it's a spirit. Because the spirit cannot be killed. It's an energy. You cannot kill spirit. You can kill physical body. The body is like a car. Spirit is the driver, you see. So the car breaks down, the driver gets out, and it's a different car. That's what your spirit's going to do once this body is done with. So you cannot attach to this body.
Or
It's gonna
in
move
some
on.
cases,
Oh,
then the car can be fixed, and then the owner can get into the car again.
Yeah.
And that's like when you injure yourself, you go to hospital, then
Yeah.
you recover.
Fix yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
So why don't they have the cure for cancer?
there is a cure for cancer. There's a cure for everything.
So why don't people have it?
Because
Oh,
the
Why are
body
people
has
dying
no
with
snap.
cancer?
All right, all right.
Done by copper.
All right, now, the cancer is like a light bulb. If I make a light bulb, I have to make it so it breaks down, so you can come back and buy some more. Cancer is an industry.
Yeah,
It's
big
called-
pharma.
It's called the pink industry.
Yeah,
So
big
you can do all
pharma.
research anyway with cancer. There's been a cure forever. The cancer is about the body being acidic more than alkaline and you having mucus in the system. If you get rid of that, you have the cancer. The old people used to live until, if you see those scriptures, people used to live 500 years. They didn't have pollution and all this stuff. Their water was clean. And also they meditated. They lived up here. They didn't live up here, you see. They
So
spent
how do you
the
get the
time-
cure for cancer?
How'd you get it?
How do you get it? Yeah.
Research is closed. Just see the right healer. What you're looking for is a healer, not a doctor. So you're looking for a healer who knows about herbs.
Yeah, Dr.
Because
Seb is
all
pretty
the
good.
cures in herbs.
Mm.
Do you know any?
You can
Personally,
use
myself.
some
I'm
some
healthy.
weed.
I heal myself because I trust myself and I do my research. So I maintain myself that way. You see. But there's a cure for everything. It's been cured for AIDS forever.
Yeah,
Dr. Sebi.
Dr.
look
Seb
him
is
up
good.
on YouTube.
yeah. Layla Africa or Dr. Seb are both
Later
really good.
Africa as well.
Yeah.
I met him. He came down.
Yeah, he came. Yeah, I was with him. Yeah,
Yeah.
and he talked about that. All the stuff is in the food and the herbs. So long as you look after yourself properly,
Yeah.
you're fine.
However, people call themselves illness, unwittingly sometimes, but everything is mental. It starts from here. If you're very depressed, you're going to get ill. So